is Philip Adams with PA Designs. I'm going to show everybody how to do mortise and tendons on a table saw and with a drill gun and chisels. Usually I do it with a drill press or a mortise machine, but since most people don't have that luxury, we'll do it minimalistic. So we're going to start out by laying out our boards. Right here I just got some pre-prime pine, 3/4. So since it's 3/4, we'll find our center, which is 3/8. I'm using a 3/8 Forstner bit to do my mortise. So it's going to be 3/16 each side past center. I'll lay everything out. Since my boards are 2 1/4, I'm going to make my tenons 1.5 inches, leaving me with 3/4 meat, so I don't have any exposed tenons. I like to hide everything. So I've already set up my table saw for ease of operation and making this video nice and short. I've set my fence to 1.5 inches to the outside of the blade, and I set the height of the blade at 3/16, which will give me 3/8 left over for my tenon. Now I've already set up my miter gauge, made sure everything was nice and square, which is very important for a nice tight fit. So we're gonna make the tenon real quick. Just gonna keep making continuous passes to make it clean and a little less wear on the blade when I go to clean everything up. Flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. Now we'll do both of our sides. And there we have the tenon. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to mark out for mortising the other piece of the face frame. Easiest way I found to do it. Right now I left 3/4 of an inch on the shoulder, so you'll cut that off afterwards, avoiding any split out, especially with something softer like pine. Or better yet, if it's harder, it tends to split out easier. So I'll line up with my 3/4 inch mark I've already made. I'll mark both sides of the tenon. Now I'll take it upright. And mark the face. Turn the other side. Mark that. Now I know exactly where my tenon is, which leaves me with 3/8. Now I'm going to find the center of my board. Just 3/8. I use my finger as a scribe. Don't slap me. What I've done here is I've set up my 3/8 Forstner bit, and I put a piece of painter's tape on at 1.5 inches, which is the depth of my tenon. And on my center line, we'll go down to the blue tape all the way across, taking out as much meat as possible, and then we'll finish out with the chisel. I'm not going for the most beautiful and most perfect tenon right now. I'm just trying to give you a good idea of how to do this. As I said, I usually use a mortise machine, so I'm not worried about these steps too much. So you'll get a good idea on how to do this with minimal tools, and it still comes out nice and tight. And it works better if you have real sharp bits, which I don't at the moment. Alright, now we're all drilled out. We'll finish off with the chisel. Alright, now that we got these drilled, I'm going to take this 1/2 inch chisel and just clean up the rest of it. With a nice sharp chisel, you should be able to do this with ease. You can use a bigger chisel, whatever you got. This is just the first one that I picked up. I'm not gonna lie.
Again, this isn't how I normally do it. This is just a show. It can be done very easy with simple tools that most people have. Final cleanup. Again, sharp chisels help. Mine are due for a good sharpening. Test it out. the mortise. Probably need a little bit more out of the corners, which we do.
Alright, so we got the mortise all cleaned up, ready to accept the tenon. Again, not the prettiest thing. Just kind of rushing through this to show the process. I got a nice tight fit. Now I'm going to bring this over to my chop saw to get the light on. Oh, mess. Now I'll cut the heel off. And there you have it. A nice solid mortise and tenon.